Hello, Vortex. So Fiona got her bath. That's my car, if you're new to this channel. I named my car after one of my favorite singer-songwriter performers ever. I'm sure that if you like me, you most definitely love the fuck out of Fiona Apple. Because if you dig what I do, you probably know that it had some kind of dark, disturbing inspiration. Fiona Apple got me through so much when I was growing up, because when you have no idea what's going on inside your head and your family doesn't understand you because you're the black sheep, and your friends, they might understand you to a certain point, but not as much as you need. Because let's face it, most people are sheep. And I've never been a sheep. And I think this is why most of the people that I've associated with throughout the years end up disassociating with me at some point, because, you know, I think that it's fairly difficult to continue to like really vibe with somebody that doesn't, you know, make the same kind of decisions. You know, I was just talking to my friend Daniel about this, how it, you know, we're both very unconventional people, and, you know, like, people our age tend to look down on us because, you know, we don't have kids and we're not married and we don't have a real job. It seems to me that all the people that have real jobs are really miserable and need constant distractions. That's just my speculation. I might just be being judgmental though, but I know that I look like I'm 19 years old. And I gotta say, being a pothead, that kind of infantilizes you. Now, I'm trying to not necessarily part ways with Mary Jane, but just limit my usage. Mainly because it seems like everybody right now is choosing drug addiction. And I think that, like, the majority of people that are, like, self-described potheads are pretty much low-grade drug addicts. And I just really don't want to be like that. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I really don't give a fuck. It's funny how overly sensitive these potheads are. Especially considering the fact that it's supposed to chill you out and shit, right? Don't criticize weed, though. Don't criticize it in front of them, because they can't take that. Did you guys know that in Colorado there was a 37% increase in violent crime after they legalized it? That should tell you something. I don't really know if that says as much about the plant as it says about, you know, society, and how society doesn't know how to handle anything. But what does society know how to handle? Like, if they can't handle pot, I mean, it is a psychedelic though, and that's the thing, a lot of people don't know that. And so they think that it's some, you know, mellow out kind of drug, and then they have a fucking anxiety attack and end up going to the hospital because they didn't expect it to, like, provide them a third eye. But see, people that are, like, thinking kind of people, like people that literally enjoy thinking, and questioning and, trying to understand themselves on a deeper level, we tend to really, really enjoy pot because it goes right along with our personality and it makes us feel at home in a way, because so very few people are that way, it seems. And so I would beg to suggest that the 37% increase in violent crime has a lot to do with a severe lack of self-awareness and an inability to process emotions and thoughts and energies in the appropriate fashion. And it just seems like, nobody knows how to deal with anything, but I don't know. I just don't want to waste my life away getting high, you know what I mean? It's just kind of boring. But I've already said, there are certain people, I would most definitely get high with them. Whatever my stance is. If somebody just randomly showed up at my house and I hadn't seen him in a while, or maybe I always say I like smoking with new people, I break them in basically, but yeah, if I just randomly happen to do that, that's cool. But it's just there are so many people, I've smoked with them so many fucking times that it's kind of stupid for me to be oh, I don't want to miss another opportunity, It's we've done this 50 fucking times, there's really nothing new that we're going to gain from this experience together. But a lot of people, they look at it like that, though. And I guess that's kind of a hippied out way of looking at it, but it's just kind of lame, because then at the end of the day, you're not really having, I hate it when people say that, at the end of the day, I fucking hate it, and I just said it, raging hypocrite over here. But yeah, I hate how, people just make excuses for just doing the same thing over and over and over again. They say that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I'm obviously not insane, because I'm doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same results. But I still complain about it. So that's, I don't know if that's insane, it's just stupid. I'm so excited. I ordered some sushi. It's gonna be so awesome when I eat it. What's even better than eating sushi? Looking at sushi and absorbing the beauty that it is before you start munching. Because once you start munching on it, it's not the same. It looks like shit. It looks like vomit, pretty much. But before that, before you touch it, it's beautiful. Sushi is one of the prettiest foods ever. Heavy traffic. I'm kind of tempted to go the other way. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get out of here, I'll tell you that. That's not going to happen. Unless there's a really, 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 really nice person going the opposite direction. Right. There usually isn't. Yeah, man. Supporting my local business. I really, really don't want this business to go down because they're like so good. I mean, I can't make sushi. I'm trying to make more food though, mainly because there's just no excuse. You know, I've worked in the restaurant industry for 15 years and I have a vagina. I really should know how to cook something. You know, I mean, everybody knows how to cook something, but it's like most people, like, they just eat crap all the time, you know? Just frozen entrees, and it's like my parents, like, that's what they eat now. It's so depressing. It's like I've tried to educate them about all the GMOs in their products, and they don't care. They're still eating that shit. And I guarantee you, like, a lot of my mom's health problems have to do with that shit. Old habits die hard, though, right? I mean, I can't say anything. I just ate some fucking goldfish, and Pepperidge Farm is all about GMOs. At least they admit it. A lot of these, what do you call them? Food companies or whatever. They're not, like Kellogg, for example. Like, if you look at a package of Pop-Tarts, see, I do this all the time because I put up packages of food. That's my job, one of my jobs. And I'm always reading the labels and the ingredients, and it's pretty horrifying, man. Because there's plenty of food that they'll actually admit this is from bioengineered crops. But, yeah, a lot of these food companies, these corporations, they don't put that shit on the box. But if it's made with certain ingredients, you know that that's GMO related. And for those of you that don't care, you're fucking dumb. I mean, I know that we're all gonna die, and it's really not that serious, but I mean, it's just the principle of it. The fact that people that make our food are just like poisoning us, like, that should concern you. It really should. You know, I got into this argument with a dude that I work with who's just fucking stupid. And he was telling me that taking medicine, it starts with a V. He said that taking that is like eating a Hostess cake. He compared being injected with foreign particles with eating a Hostess cake. That's where we're at, America. That's where we're at. Now, here's the thing. First of all, I wouldn't be injecting myself with a Hostess cake. But second, the fact that this was brought up, like, oh, that's a good argument. You know? Like, I don't eat fucking Hostess bullshit. You know? That's just so ridiculous. It's like, oh, well, they're already poisoning us over here, so why don't you just let them poison you again? Only this time directly into your veins, you know? It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's all a gamble. That's what he said. Oh, God. I mean, I had to walk away. we didn't even really argue. I just say that because I really just wanted to fight this motherfucker. But, you know, it's like you can't argue with people that don't have critical thinking skills. You know, there's just no point because they're just not going to get anything that comes out of your mouth. They're not going to understand, you know, the whole concept of asking questions or, you know, holding anyone's feet to the fire. They're not going to understand that because they just blindly trust whatever they want to trust. I mean, he is right. Partially, it is all a gamble. Technically, everything is. Just me driving this car is a gamble. You know. But it's a little bit different from, you know, injecting stuff into my body. And having that remain in my body forever, you know, as opposed to being able to shit it out of my body like a Hostess cake. But anyway, who am I? Oh, goodbye.